Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful out. Like, this is the type of weather that you should definitely go outside. And it's going to be like this for about a week, I believe, but just absolutely perfect. It's not too hot out. It's actually really cool out right now. And, yeah, perfect weather. Just go on a walk. Don't touch grass because that's full of dog poop and parasites and insects. Just, touch concrete instead, you know? But anyway, gatekeeping media is one of the most retarded processes ever. Now, I'm not saying don't criticize media. Trust me, half of my favorite YouTubers mostly do videos just straight up talking shit about media, including myself. But the act of gatekeeping is just completely pointless and is a total waste of time. You see, gatekeeping is when someone decides to go online and they make a big fuss and a total bitch fit because other people like a certain thing in that community. Like, for example, recently we had Resident Evil 4 fans attack the remake fans because, oh no, the remake fans really liked the remake. It's especially ironic because back in the day before Resident Evil 4 got old enough to become nostalgic, people did the exact same thing to the original Resident Evil 4 because it deviated from Resident Evil 1 and 2. We got Star Wars fans trying to gatekeep from the Disney Star Wars enjoyers, which is really ironic because the same thing happened to Star Wars prequel fans. And I say it's ironic because the Star Wars prequels back in the day got a lot of hate from fans. Dragon Ball Z fans trying to gatekeep from the Super enjoyers, which is also really ironic because Dragon Ball Z is really flawed. And I can just go on all night with using examples. What I'm saying is every major fandom has those types of people that are strongly against others enjoying a certain piece of media. Now, being passionate about a certain piece of media, as long as it doesn't lead to unhealthy worship, is perfectly fine. For example, I love the first Last of Us game. I think The Last of Us 2 has complete dog shit writing. However, attempting to gatekeep on Reddit or whatever retarded social media site that you use is a total waste of time and is ineffective. Like, I have never seen a scenario where going online and being a dick to someone, prevented that certain someone from actually buying a piece of media or going out to see a certain movie. And also, when you gatekeep for a certain product or whatever, you're essentially simping for a giant multi-million dollar, sometimes a multi-billion dollar company. Like, imagine actually simping for a company that doesn't care about you and will never actually help you out when you have a real life problem. And then there are those gatekeepers that actually take pride in gatekeeping. Like, wow, you just went on Reddit and argued with someone for hours. I'm really sure you just didn't waste your time or anything like that. Like, taking pride for being a gatekeeper, unless you are a shill sellout YouTuber, you're not even really getting paid to gatekeep. But more importantly, in the grand scheme of things, gatekeeping just doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, certain pieces of media are going to end up still being super successful regardless of how much you bitch and moan on the internet. Like, remember, companies and corporations, they don't care about quality. They care about money. So long as a specific piece of media makes enough money, they're going to still keep on milking it. They don't care about reviews. One of the best examples I know of failed gatekeeping are from Persona fans. You see, not Persona fans, SMT fans. You see, Shin Megami Tensei fans love to hate on Persona 5. They love to LARP over SMT games and Persona 2. However, their amount of gatekeeping doesn't negate from Persona 5's total success and massive high review scores. Like, these people are legitimately upset and even jealous that Persona 5 is the bigger success while their less popular game gets less attention. So they feel the need to try and gatekeep their community from, liking or supporting Persona 5. Hating Persona 5 is understandable. However, trying to gatekeep others from, enjoying Persona 5, it objectively doesn't work because Persona 5 sold like hotcakes and is one of the highest rated reviews ever, not just from critics, but from audiences. The truth is that most audiences don't care about the super hardcore fans who are actually just a bunch of loser gatekeepers online. So here's my free bit of advice, instead of gatekeeping and trying to detract others from enjoying a certain movie, game, show, or whatever, how about you just enjoy what you want to enjoy, criticize what you want to criticize, and just go outside, like go experience life? Because clearly, if you have enough time to gatekeep, you're very unemployed and you probably don't have any friends and you haven't really, hugged a parental figure in a very long time.